Okay, so down there you can see the flywheel. Quite a ways in there. Hello, it's another day in the shop, and I am working on this thing. It's a F-150. Problem is it needs a shifter. Most of the time, when you're looking at the steering column, you would see a shifter right here, because this is an automatic. Right down there, it's four-wheel drive, it's got the shifter down there. But it is missing the shifter up here. And so in order to put it in a gear, you got to get someone to help you by getting in the driver's seat and holding the brake, and then you crawl underneath and decide what gear you want to put it in. So it's kind of a two-man job. Anyway, it'd be one thing if the shifter was just broke off. But their further investigation shows that, well, if you look, it's all completely gone from inside of that column. So I have another column, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this column down, and I'm going to pull the parts from the other column, and we're going to make this thing shift again. All right, so let's get to it. Digging through, I found these parts. It looks like this is the parts that they removed from the steering column. So what it looks like, so you got your handle here, and this was all just laying around. This wasn't even connected here. But it looks like what had happened is the handle, when it connects here, there's the slide deal for when you pull the handle. And it looks like what happened is the whole housing broke in half. Now I've been underneath taking it out, went underneath, seeing if maybe there was a reason that it broke like it did. I mean, because I've never seen these break before. Leave a deal in the comments. Let me know if you've seen these break. If it's a common thing. I've never seen them break. We have a lot of these older F-150s around here still, a lot of them still on the road, and it's just something that I didn't find to be too common. So, but that's what it did, is it broke there and then it wouldn't ship for them anymore. So I'm going to go dig out that other steering column, and we're going to get our parts off of it. All right, so got a steering column here, and it came off of it's got tag here, a 2000 Ford F-150, and that's a 97, so this one should be better. And so now, and this is the part we need right here. So this piece right here. So now we're going to pull it off, and then we're going to match it up to the other one, make sure we got proper length, and that everything's going to work. Looks like it's got a good button on it and everything, where this one's all busted, it's been glued. I mean, so we got a good part there. All right, we'll get started. It's actually got a deal I can put a little wrench on it, but everything as it goes. Go. All right. Go ahead. I don't want this to spin, but I've got to cut. And I do this so that you don't clock it. Do my best here to not clock this, because it is technically still a good column, even if I do what I'm gonna do. Jesus. Okay, man, I'd like to know what that zip tie was made of. All right, so do turn the key. Ford still do it like that? Yes, they do. Ford makes it so easy. Don't clock on me, dummy. Don't clock on me. Nope. Now, head. All right, hold it right like that. Wow. Take some long time, Jones. Yeah, I'm gonna need one. That worked, thank you. All right, now bring it around here. There's that one. There we go. All right, now back this way. All I need to do is just undo these. This can stay. Well, that's kind of a pain in the butt to get in there because it's all springed.
Yeah.
So, all right. Looking good so far. I think I figured out why it was a dinging. Okay. You might need this. As they might be missing, they might have taken it off the other steering column.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because here's this. Alright, so we got that off. Then we're going to put something here. Kind of keep those two together. It looks like a little points and condenser deal. So we'll just kind of set that over here. Alright. And that's all there is to it. Okay, here's our part now. So that's how it's supposed to look. Old part, new part. Shouldn't take us too long to do this. We'll get it in the vehicle. Alright. Set you off there. Okay. Okay. Make a camera phone. Here. There. Okay. All right. Telltale story right here. You hear it shifting down below?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's it. All right. Yeah. There we go. This one. This one. Yep. There we go. That's all right. Do this. There. Here. Go. are being weird like that. Go, buddy. All right, so we got the column fixed. Got the column all put back together, cleaned up. This girl's ready to go. All right, so it's a new day, and the F450 turned out actually really good. And it got sent all the way back up to North Dakota. Guy texted me about 2:30 in the morning next morning, told me truck ran great. He made it all the way there. That was an interesting deal. I've never seen anything like that happen before, but hey, things break. So we're going to continue along and to this relic. This is a 2003. It is a VW. I know what all you're saying. It's like, what are you doing with this? Well, the interesting thing is this is a TDI, so it has a diesel engine. I am going to see if I can resurrect it. It wasn't running, as a matter of fact, but it was out there in my deal. So it's something that I've been wanting to get to, and I know nothing about it other than the fact it's a TDI. No history on it or anything like that. It does have a tire that won't take any air. I'll pull that off and see if it just needs a plug. Other than that, the tires aren't too bad on it. I did put it on a charger last night, and it's saying that it's fully charged. So hopefully our battery is okay shape. Charging 12 volt, 100%. What it's doing, or I should say not doing, is key is in it. Turn everything on. Okay. And you get nothing. What I am going to do is I'm going to check my connections. They don't look too badly corroded, but I have a feeling I'm going to pull the battery out of this, pull the battery pan out, and I'm going to see if possibly that starter wire, there's a wire that goes down to the starter motor, see if that got chafed at all. Now, I don't know a lot about these. I do know diesels, but I don't know a lot about these particular setups. But I'm about to find out. But that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that battery out, and we're going to see what we got. That wasn't very tight, was it? If by chance I get to the point and I find out this engine is no good, I'll probably crush it. Now what it is a lot of times these wires get down in here and they get to chafing. This almost looks like an updated starter. It's usually this wire right here that goes bad. And we've got a solenoid here. That looks pretty tight. Does look like some things were fixed. That is, looks to be a newer starter. Could probably clean this up a bit, maybe get a better ground. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this clamp. Take a look at anything else I might see, and go from there and see what we got going on. Then we will move to the next spots. You know, that's just one thing I wanted to see. I wanted to get her to, see if I can't get her to crank. So if that don't work, then I am going to do the crank test, see if the starter's okay, see if the engine will turn over, make sure nothing is locked up, make sure nothing is seized. Go from there. All right, so I found a new one. I usually keep some in stock. We're going to go ahead and freshen these up here. I'm going to keep it like this, like them things moving around. Inside of here is usually some fuses though, but that is going directly down to the starter. So before I hook up the ground, take a look inside of here, make sure. Okay, so it looks like this got melted. Like I said, I don't know a lot about how these VWs work, but I want to for sure find out why they've got some old petroleum jelly on here. Definitely got some stuff that is melted. We're going to clean that up and see, even though it's melted, we still have a metal-to-metal contact. I would imagine that these are some sort of a fuse deal. I think I'll pull this off if I can. Take a look at that. A little closer. It's pretty dirty in there. They did a silicone. I don't know why. What I'm going to do right now is just clean everything up. And we've got silicone all over this thing. You know, you just never know what you're getting into when you're looking at used stuff. It's like all these fuses are good. So, go ahead. We will put this all back up with the right nut on it. All right. Now, I don't make no guarantees, but we will see. That'll take care of that. All right. New ground. And we've got power. The radios. Crank over. If that don't work, then we'll look at other avenues. Not even so much as a click, right? Not even so much as a click. I'm gonna take a wrench. Let's see if I can even turn this engine over. All right. You do have movement. Okay, that's a good sign. Engine is not seized. I guess it's pulled battery back out. Okay, this way I can get to it. I can do a direct connection. So, power, you're about to see. Well, that's interesting. We'll pull the starter out. We'll check the starter and see if the Bendix is any good. Find out the Bendix is no good. And what we'll do is we'll go get a starter for it. This wire. No chafing going on. And the car looks like it was relatively in pretty good shape. The thing I did notice is that they put these aftermarket struts on it. So she got a low end kit. I got a block under it to lift it up some. And I'm gonna have to jack it up in order to get to the starters. Just gotta get the top bolt, bottom bolt, and then get the starter out of there. You see how well I can see it from underneath without having to lift up the vehicle. Well, it wouldn't be so bad. Unfortunately, we've got all this almost no clearance on here, so we take back up one side of the car. One thing about these cars is when you put a jack under them, you really got to be careful about where you put it. You have to put it under the subframe. Now, I know with a lot of vehicles, a lot of people will sit there and a lot of people will take and put them right on these lips. With these cars, they're made of tin. You can see somebody has done that in the past and it's bent that whole thing there, the floorboard. So you got to make sure that you get on that subframe. That is imperative. So even in the back, you want to make sure you get on the suspension system, and that's just to change the tire. So we'll go ahead and get it jacked up here so I can get to stand underneath. One bolt left. So the top one was loose, or the top one was tight. Bottom one was barely loose. Something. I don't think it's a Bosch. Okay. It is, however, a new starter. So I set up a deal so that I can test the starter safely. And what we're going to do is one of two things. One, I'm going to try and measure the Bendix throw, and I'm going to see if the Bendix is even throwing. But first, we're going to see if the solenoid's working. By doing that, I'm going to turn on the power. Let's see if the Bendix is throwing. Okay. We have got nothing. All right. Shut this off. Put this on here. Looks like the starter's working now. Now I want to measure my throw. I measured 2 inches. I'm going to measure the flywheel. I don't know if I can get you a good view of this. But what I want to do is I want to see if the starter's even hitting the flywheel. So down there, you can see the flywheel. Right away in there. It sure looked a lot deeper than 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. Okay. So, the starter's kicking in like it's supposed to, doing what it's supposed to. Now, this leads me to believe that it is this solenoid wire. All right, so that's all I got time for. A little bit stuck. I'm going to do some more research. Comment what you think it might be. Give some ideas if you ran into a problem like this before. You ever owned a VW? I've never owned a VW. Let me know in the comments what you think. I sure appreciate you. And if you like the video, subscribe, watch the other videos, and enjoy. There's other videos that you can watch. I've got a few out there. You've got a video over there. And I have got a bunch of videos over there. Or you can just subscribe and you'll be notified when you get a video. Or maybe you don't want to be notified. You don't have to be notified, but you can subscribe. It's free. You do not. You can shut the notifications off and just check in every now and again. But you know, it really helps getting the subscribes. So feel free to subscribe. It's completely free. You can shut the notifications off on it, so I'm not bothering you if you just want to watch a video every once in a while. And but like, subscribe, watch all the other videos. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.